John, it was a really tough game at the weekend there. I haven't spoken to yourself about it. I spoke to Smudger, of course, after the game. So probably be good to get your thoughts on it. I think at the time I said to him maybe just a feeling of relief, really, just to get over the line without a loss after the kind of circumstances that happened in that game.
Yeah, the game was obviously made a lot more difficult for us by going down to 10 men and then sticking the ball in the back of our own net. That didn't really help. These things happen, it's not happening very often for us this season, it's just an individual error, and I think the sending off was just a complete accident. Cole went for the ball and unfortunately caught the player as well, but thankfully the player was okay. I didn't think there was any point in appealing it. I don't think we would have had any they would never have overturned that. I've been over the course and distance with regards to appealing things when you think you've got a real strong case, and not had an awful lot of joy in these scenarios, so it would have been a waste of £500. So there wasn't any point. It would be nice if I'd call, but obviously I could never see him going against the referee's decision. So yeah, it was made a lot more difficult for ourselves, as I say, equalising for them. But fair play to the boys, they got themselves back in front. Big Ross closing down, Jason Thompson winning the ball back, and Dylan's made a great supporting run from deep. And just to get a little bit of toe poke on it, or a little pass on to Callum to finish, and we get ourselves back in front. But unfortunately, it was not for very long. And a long ball, header down, to be fair, the lad Lions just came on it, hit it. I just hit it right in the corner. It wasn't a bullet of a strike by any stretch of imagination, but it wasn't right in the corner. And it went in off the post, so didn't have the lead too long. And then we had a little bit of organisation, because we were trying to organise throughout the sort of first half. I mean, call was sent off in 18 minutes, so there was still a lot of time in the half to go. So we were kind of organising as the play is going along. And we kind of set up in a 4-4-1. I thought a very narrow, compact, two banks of four, Ross dropping in as well out of possession and trying to play on the counter-attack. We tried to deny space to go in behind our defence. It would mean that we would need to defend crosses, because we would get out to the wide areas, but probably with the overloaded numbers that they would probably get crosses in. So we felt we were going to have to defend crosses. So it was good that we had actually worked on this exact sort of situation. Been a couple of games, even in the Hamilton game, where the opposition have got headers in. So we're working on defending the box and defending as a team. So we work in the training with 10 attacking players, or 10 players with the ball, against two banks of four, and how they can be compact and narrow, so there's no real space to play through them. And Kelty actually have got some very good football players if you allow them to have the ball, which was the kind of tactics. Because, like, say, Michael Tidser can put a ball onto any sort of position, and he does actually at the one that Babbage hits the bar. So it would take a really, really good ball to do that, and it only really happened on one or two occasions for all the that time that we're kind of giving up the ball, and we were a little bit dangerous on the counter attack. Didn't materialise as well as I would have liked, but nonetheless the boys' work rate and their effort and their attitude was different class, absolutely different class. To play so long with 10 men in probably the hottest day of had or 24, so. They knuckled down, they stuck to their task. I don't think anyone knows how Dylan managed to get that ball off the line and out. I don't think anyone can understand how he managed to do it, but he did, thankfully. And it was all about then making sure that, in our best will, that we stay unbeaten. And the guys managed to do that. And so, again, compliments to each and every one of them. Attitude. I mean, a lot of things went wrong for us on Saturday. The sending off, it could have derailed us. The equalising goal, Leon's made an error. Leon's made an error, and again, that could have derailed us mentally. We go in front, and then we get another sort of something going against us with regards to they've scored immediately after we score again. Mentally, that could have had an effect. The guys' mentality has been different class. They're so determined to stay unbeaten. 2 games to go now. And can't speak highly enough of them. You know, now without the partnership, Cole and Tom had played so long together. Obviously, Tom's went out with his knee injury, and then Cole and Hendo. Hendo goes out injured. Sean Mackey's got to come in, and now we're not going to have Cole. So we're no without we're without our two sort of first choice regular centre backs. You know, so fair play on the night, on the day for Liam and Sean to play. You know, we're having Yatesy and Leon either side. So fair play to them. They did great, and you know, obviously that's the way we're going to have to go going forward as well.
Yes, I suppose if anything like this is going to happen, then this would have been the best time with Liam Henderson just coming back and able to kind of slot into that position instead of Cole for the next two games. But also for a team that's been playing such attacking, free-flowing football all season, it must be difficult to then have to change the way you play and just kind of go very defensive and play on the counter like that.
Yeah, you know, as I say, we worked on that. You know, that wasn't a coincidence. But fair play to the players for pulling it off, because you can work on things in training, and then but reality completely different. You know, completely different, because in training you can almost manufacture situations, but you can't against the opposition. You don't know what, like say Michael Titzer's going to do in the ball. The boy O'Donnell's a really, really good player. The boy Lyons, as I mentioned, Babbage, Lewis Moore. You know, you see the goal he scores against Queen of the South recently, cutting in and putting one in the top bin. And so these guys, all of a sudden, I mean, they've got a right winger who's been playing right back. So all of a sudden, the right back, who's a right winger, McCliskey, doesn't really have to worry about defending. All you've got to do is get forward. So they've actually got a bonus, you know, from that point of view. So yeah. So for the players to be, quite rightly, you know, we are attack, you know, and fast flowing football, and you know, loads of movement in it, loads of rotations in it. It's very fluid, and to go for that, right, boom, this is what we're doing. You know, 2 banks of 4, tight, compact, move across the pitch with the ball. You know, really, really good that the players managed to adapt and pull it off.
And obviously now just within touching distance at the end of the season, 2 games to go. Obviously you guys take one game at a time. It's two very difficult games coming up, but first of all, an away trip to Annan Athletics, looking like it's going to be a really tough one to overcome.
Yeah, they're in good form, probably the best form of the season. They're still trying to get away from Stirling's, I can't believe that Stirling's there. The way they played against us not so long ago at their place, it was a really tough game. We had to score very late to win the game. Gary Oliver's goal. So at that time, I thought Stirling would be safe. So it just goes to show you. Annan have picked up, and they've got a very, very spirited team. They showed that out here the last time. They scored very, very late. 15 seconds to go. The referee told me when they scored. Well, that was the only blemish, you know, in 2024 until, you know, last Saturday. So yeah, they're playing in good form. They're still fighting to get away from the bottom. They can make themselves probably safe if they were to win the game on Saturday. You know, other results going for them as well, probably. But we obviously have our own, you know, objective. You know, we're very much up for this. We are having to shuffle the pack, but then everyone has to do that from time to time. Yep. So we would expect a difficult game. We went down there 23rd of December last time. I thought we played really, really well. They rode their luck very early in the game. They cleared balls off the line. We've hit the woodwork. The goalies making saves all over the place. Cole crops up with a strike from distance, and then Tom scores his great goal that I think he's still celebrating from. And then, you know, Big Ross has managed to, you know, drill one in the corner as well to win the game 3-0. And I think over the piece, I think we deserved that. But I think this will be a trickier game. Obviously, there's 2 names I mentioned there who are key to our game, who are not going to be not going to feature at all. So the guys that have come in, you know, one door closes, another door opens, come in, and you know, keep this run going. Everyone's determined. Everyone's, you know, so keen to put everything into this game. You know, 2 huge efforts, but you know, initially into this Annan game, big effort. We've got still so many attributes going forward that we feel that we're going into every game thinking we're going to score goals, and that's our aim on Saturday. We respect Annan, we know where they're at, we know that they're fighting for their lives. We know that we're fighting for this invincible tag. So that should make it a good game. Big crowd down there the last time we went down there, 23rd of December. You know, I couldn't believe it actually. You know, the Saturday before Christmas, and we took a massive crowd down there. I mean, obviously we've won the league now, but our travelling support's been awesome, absolutely awesome. And it would be nice to, you know, see a big following going down to Annan, a little trip for the fans to go, you know, go a little trip down there and get right behind the boys as they've done all season.
Just lastly as well, a quick word on the League One Team of the Year that came out last week. 10 players, 10 Falkirk players getting into that. I can't remember the last time there were 10 players from the one team getting in Team of the Year. Maybe a bit unfortunate for Ross McKeever not to get in, but it must be really satisfying for yourself to see that. Yeah,
for me and Paul, it is really, really satisfying. Awesome, absolutely awesome, you know, to have 10 players in it. I don't know if it's happened before, you know, somebody will need to tell me, because I don't know. Delighted for each and every one of them. We've got guys nominated for Player of League One as well, going on the 5th of May, Sunday the 5th of May, to the PFA Awards. So that's very, very good. Yeah, I feel sorry for Big Ross that he didn't get in, because he's got so much to his game. He's not just a goal scorer, he's scored a fair number of goals. But he links the play well, he can win headers, he gets us up the park. He, as I say, he can run channels, he can assist in goals. He's a great asset for us defensively as well, going back and defending corners. So, yeah, but we've got to, again, thank all the, you know, their fellow players in the league who have voted for them. You know, they've all voted, you know, well, to get 10 players in it. A massive thank you that their fellow professionals have recognised that and voted for them. So again, you know, thanks to all the players that voted for our players.
John, thank you for your time and best of luck for the game on Saturday.
Thank you.